Hey everybody, welcome to the Talking ET. Thanks for stopping back in with us. Today we're going to be entering the ring in Mortal Kombat 2 as a movie review. As usual, whether you're a new watcher or you're back for more, make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. We're on Facebook under the Talking ET as well. And let's get into it.
It is time again for movie musings.
Okay, so first up we're going to have our spoiler-free review, as usual. So I watched Mortal Kombat 2. It's out in theaters now. And I really enjoyed this one. I thought it was extremely entertaining. See the description below to see our process for our rating. So overall, the rating, I'm going to give this one a 8.4 out of 10. It was immensely entertaining through the whole thing. Carl Urban is Johnny Cage. Anything Carl Urban's in, I'm going to see anyway. So it was a treat to see him in there. And Josh Lawson as Kano was another highlight as far as the acting going. His character was hilarious. So on their scale, the entertainment value, I gave this one a 9 out of 10. Like I said, I was entertained through the whole movie. Story was 7 out of 10. They got a little bit into the lore. Moved along. The pacing was good. So as far as the story goes, it's nothing deep or anything, but I thought some of the justifications for what they were trying to do in the film was vented out in the story pretty well. Acting, I give an 8 out of 10. Everybody just looked like they had a blast making this movie, and it looked like a lot of fun. Everybody was good in their role. There wasn't anybody that stood out that didn't seem like they belong or not as good as the rest. Special effects, 8 out of 10. All the special effects were good, which I did have some concerns when I first saw the trailer, which they must not have been finished yet. But in the theater, the effects look good, so I was pleasantly surprised there. And as far as the action sequences go, all the fights, all the choreography was great. The stuff they did with the powers and stuff was well planned out, and so overall I give it, like I said, an 8.4 out of 10. Next up's a spoiler review, so if you're not going to stick around for that, thanks for coming, and make sure you check back with us again. And now we're going to pause for the spoiler warning before we head into it. Okay, I'm going to state my bias right off the bat. Some actors and directors, I automatically see their project no matter what they're in. Carl Urban is one of those actors. And on top of that, I love Mortal Kombat. I've been playing ever since it first came out years and years and years ago. It's a simple, well, more simple than it used to be anyway, button smasher, as if you want to call it that. And so it's all about the fighting. When you go to see Mortal Kombat, you know what you're getting into. You want action, you want fighting, and you just want to be entertained and have fun. So the beginning of the film starts off showing Johnny Cage filming a movie, but it morphs into a flashback. And Johnny, when it merges, he's sitting in like a Comic-Con setting at an autograph table with nobody around him. Nobody's coming up to see him. He looks super depressed, and as I imagine it would be for any actor or any famous person that once was very high as far as people knowing who you are and in demand, and then later how that declines a little bit. As he's walking out and he's packing stuff in his car, he gets approached by Raiden and Sonya after they appear via a portal created by Raiden. After some banter back and forth, Raiden shows him the lightning portal, and he eventually agrees and goes through the portal with him. And when he goes to Raiden's facility, he finds out what about the tournament, and says he'll do it and all that kind of stuff. But later, a few moments later, he finds out what the tournament actually is, and it's to the death. And he kind of throws a fit, doesn't want to do it, heads home, even though he is told by everyone that he has been chosen to fight in the tournament. So whether he leaves or stays, he could still be transported to fight. Obviously, that's a little foreshadowing of what's going to happen, which is easy to see. But the tournament starts, and Jade is taken, and Johnny, who is in a bar, gets taken as well. He was there drowning his sorrows, and he asks the bartender for another drink. Bartender turns, and when he comes around, he's gone. And Sonya is set to battle Sindel in a pit where there are spikes that keep just coming up out of the floor. Johnny must fight Katana as Shao Kahn watches, which is a key point there. She beats Johnny fairly easily. It's a great fight. He's completely overwhelmed, doesn't really even know what's going on, and but Katana spares him and just walks away as Shao Kahn watches. So we get back to Raiden's base, for lack of a better word. Some talking, and then Johnny's getting stitched up, and suddenly Katana appears. Well, you see this happen where she was at. She creates a portal using a necklace that was given to her. That was a way to communicate with Raiden. So she uses that and comes in, and he's getting stitched up. We find out Katana has been working with Raiden, feeding him intel about Shao Kahn's doings and comings and goings. Now, during this, we see Quan Chi resurrects Kano. And the reason they do that is to find the amulet to become, so Shao Kahn can become immortal. But to do that, he needs a ton of energy, power to fuel the amulet in order to get it to work. And so obviously they send Kano, who, if anybody remembers, spoiler alert, died in the first Mortal Kombat, but he was resurrected by Quan Chi. So as the next stage of Mortal Kombat is getting ready to be taken, there's 3 from each side that's picked randomly or by the whoever's. I can't remember the beings. And Shang Tsung enters Raiden's domain just as the 3 warriors are leaving. And as they come in, the only ones that are left are Johnny, and Katana's there as well. And which I forgot to mention, before Quan Chi resurrects Kano, he resurrects Kung Lao. If you remember the first one, he's the guy with the razor hat. He was killed in that movie too. Well, he's brought back, and as everybody's leaving to go to phasing out to go to the tournament, you see his hat come through, and it slices through Raiden's neck. So his energy is just pouring out everywhere. His energies emit. Shang Tsung absorbs the energy into the amulet and leaves. So that 3 Earthrealm fighters enter their arenas. Shao Kahn, now imbued with the power of the amulet, defeats Cole Young, who is the descendant of Scorpion, and he did it in a very gruesome manner. I mean, it was great, actually. Jax wins his match against Blade, but spares her. Katana wins her match as well, and all return to find Raiden near death. They hatch a plan to infiltrate Shao Kahn's temple, but must go through Baraka and his people. Baraka refuses to fight Liu Kang after Johnny kind of insulted him, and so he insisted on fighting Johnny instead. Baraka After being defeated by Johnny, who finds his power, shows them the way. They find the amulet. They get into a big fight. During this fight, Jax is killed by Shao Kahn, and Quan Chi grabs the amulet and takes it to the netherworld so that they can't get a hold of it, and break it so that they can break the immortal spell. And as a last result, Raiden sends Johnny and Kano to the netherworld to get help from Scorpion, who is living peacefully by using his willpower to project his own version of hell, which is kind of like a little paradise garden type place. In response to this, Quan Chi resurrects Sub-Zero to deal with him. Liu Kang, meanwhile, faces Shao Kahn after killing the resurrected Kung Lao, which he really tried not to do, but he left him no choice. Kitana faces Shao Kahn as the others try to destroy the amulet after Liu Kang almost like enters another spiritual level and leaves. That part was still kind of confusing as to why he didn't stay and help, but it is what it is. Lots of great fights ensue. The Scorpion Sub-Zero battle in the Netherworld is great. Scorpion, Kano, and Jade all engage Sub-Zero. Johnny reach deep, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. And finds his power and destroys the amulet with his patented kick. At that moment, Kitana slices Shao Kahn's neck with her fan blades and eventually finishes him with a great move using those blades. That's about it. Now they're heading to get Kung Lao. At the end of the movie, they all are walking. The big, heroes walk toward the camera to get Kung Lao to set up the third movie. And to be honest, I am there for it. Like I said, I was entertained throughout this whole movie. The time flew by. And again, overall, 8.4 out of 10 and non-stop action. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. See you next time.